So I'm looking at the stats here. NecroRebel, consistent Obsidian tier racer with a 10-5 record, 946 average win and 737 best win, compared to Tufwfo's 10-5 record, consistent Obsidian racer, 958 average win and 832 best win. So these two racers with identical records, Obsidian tier all the way through, 10-5, about the same for average win, a little bit longer on Tufwfo's side, so a slight advantage to NecroRebel as far as the raw numbers go. But this is definitely looking like a really closely matched race here. Oh, looks like I accidentally stopped the timer. My bad. Just add about 40 seconds to that. Oh. Thanks for pointing it out. I wish OBS was better about handling this, but anyway. Unfortunately, NecroRebel kind of taking a bit of an early reset to getting monkey grabbed right in front of a Minotaur, so early advantage to Tufwfo, but not particularly huge. And Tufwfo going to use that Minotaur to get into this transmog. Going to be looking for a good shovel here. Finds the Shovel of Courage. Pretty strong shovel there. Going to let him move and dig on the same beat with invincibility whenever he does so. Killing this Black Skeleton Lord for Lucky Charm and going to be the first one down to Death Metal. Looks like, ooh, NecroRebel took the new Shrine of Uncertainty, so we don't know what that weapon is. It appears to be a titanium longsword, or maybe obsidian longsword. Whatever it is, he's comfortable running it, so is going to be continuing on, checking purple chest, but only getting a free scroll. Not too great. Yeah, appears to be titanium longsword. Which, titanium longsword, as I've mentioned before, is, you know, kind of, it's like a fairly acceptable weapon, but not too bad. Oftentimes you want to be looking for a better weapon, but oh, Tufwfo, looking like last cat is gone. Had to pop that emergency frost free scroll rather, and is going to be looking for a new weapon because very low health, very low damage. Probably going to be seeing NecroRebel pull ahead here, as he's got that titanium longsword. But if Tufwfo can right himself and get a good weapon out of this Coral Rift, oh, Coral Rift on a dagger, 1 damage dagger with no bomb, he's gonna be here for a while. Meanwhile, NecroRebel just gonna pop that free scroll and clean it up real nice and quick. Going to this purple chest, finding a ring of shielding. Not too bad. Ring of shielding is something I'm sure Tufwfo would like, but considering his current position, he can't really afford to be checking purple. He's got to be going into that black chest to be getting a new weapon. Yeah, we can see the difference in time on this Coral Rift fight, though, because of the 1 damage shard, no bombs, no freeze, no nothing. So, gonna be grabbing the money there as well. And checking this black chest, getting a blood flail. Oh no. This does not look good for Tufwfo. Kind of limping his way through zone 3 here. Has to be really careful about digging onto those hot coal tiles. With that flail range, can easily find himself getting stuck on said hot coals and taking damage. Getting a hand there, though, which is going to help him out. Could take the... Yeah, it's going to take this boss shrine. Swap to this obsidian longsword. The thing is, he can't... He does not have the bomb Or swap, or picking up the Ring of Regen. Interesting. I'm not sure I agree with that decision, but oh! NecroRebel goes down. I didn't see enemies. Maybe it was to hot coals. Speaking of hot coals, Tufwfo getting hung up on them a little bit. And now it has a very regen-heavy build here. You have to be very careful around these hot coals, making sure that he doesn't melt his feet. Very good looking shop here. Is going to kill for this heavy glass. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Heavy glass is alright, but renders his health regeneration for the most part not all that valuable, since he's taking armor here that's going to be preventing damage altogether for a while. And this fight going to take a little time. 1 damage flail slowly making his way through the crowd here. I would imagine we're probably going to see him checking again for a weapon. Almost avoiding taking any damage on his heavy glass armor now. Right at the end there, the new beetle spawn kind of tripping him up. And we have a blunderbuss. He's gonna run it. This could be interesting. Checking his shop. It's dead, buddy. Oh boy. So Blunderbuss, not exactly a very favored weapon for reasons like that. Recoiling right into damage from the spider. Down to the good old glass bib there. And also some unexpected teleports there. Also worth noting, you know, we always talk about how the axe is not a broadsword, but the blunderbuss is the original axe, because the blunderbuss is not a broadsword. The blunderbuss will never hit the tiles diagonal of you. It's very easy to think it will. Oh, and NecroRebel going down again. Been a little rough for NecroRebel. Tufwfo maybe mixing up his guns there, trying to shoot open the crate, but that is not what happens with the Blunderbuss. The Blunderbuss only deals 2 damage. Could swap to the glass crossbow there. Now he's gonna find his conjurer. Maybe try and get a different weapon. Swap into this blood spear maybe, realizing that he's got a pretty insurmountable lead here. Just gonna go for some defense and a little bit of health regeneration. Powering his way through Zone 4 here on his 4-3. A little bit slow because of that, you know, that 1 damage weapon. But will be making his way through. That's not really the case. So far, the mini boss shrine, the boss shrine has been shown to be very powerful. Oh, but NecroRebel, I think, really kind of struggling to right himself here in this race. Going down to a Wind Mage, breaking his last cat. And Tufwfo with a pretty clean conga fight here. Looking to polish this out. And 2 more hits. There we go, getting the flawless. Might see him look for a better weapon, or maybe some magic. Possibly Grenade Charm. He is low on bombs, so there's a bomb spell out of the chest. Very useful for him. is currently only on 1 bomb, so would have had to do a pretty slow Necrodancer fight, but now he's probably got this in the bag. So double mini-boss again, Dark Minotaur, and a Earth Dragon. But, you know, with the radically different speeds of those two mini-bosses, Earth Dragon only moving at every other beat, Minotaur moving every beat. Minotaur kind of rushed ahead of the Dragon, was able to get taken care of very quickly for early on, so... And that's often the case with the mini-boss shrine. You very frequently see one of the mini-bosses kind of becoming separate from the other ones, so that you never really have to worry too much about any sort of double threat. Tufwfo kind of struggling a little bit with the Zone 5, though, taking a lot of damage. Retreating into the shop here. Just playing this blue dragon very, very safe. And getting the metronome down and going to be onto his 5-3, regenerating most of his health back. Obsidian Broadsword. Could swap to that if he wants a little more damage. Oh, Tufwfo's got to watch himself, being a little too aggressive with this room considering he's on a 1 damage spear. I think it might be worth considering farming up on the kills here for a little bit of regen. But Ringer regen taking care of most of the missing health as he goes down to Dead Ringer. We'll be seeing some lures here. NecroRebel, meanwhile, really kind of struggling to get this run going. Low health and a Blood Rapier in Zone 3 for him. He's just doing shopping, I think, hoping that his opponent dies. Knows he can't catch up if that doesn't happen, so... Tufwfo checking for bombs. Just getting a Torch of Walls, not really going to serve any benefit here. And, ooh, NecroRebel going down again. NecroRebel looking a little shaky this race. There we go, 1 Blood Bomb. Ooh, but has to watch out for his Dorian. Taking a bit of a Dragon Stomp there. Dorian already down to half his HP. But so is the NecroDancer. 3 more hits will do the job. Oh, there's another red dragon. Could be a tough one. Gonna clean it up very nicely though. And 1 more hit on NecroDancer, and there it is. Tufwfo taking game 1. Here we go, race number 2. See if NecroRebel can right himself here. Definitely saw a little bit of tilt from NecroRebel. Just death after death for him, unfortunately. So, and as I've mentioned before, these two have pretty much identical records. Both were, I believe it was 10-5 coming into this. Man. NecroRebel going for the throw on the glass shopkeeper, not having any luck. Tufwfo actually just gonna bypass the glass shop altogether. Could use this Minotaur to open up the shop and save the bomb for the safer kill. But NecroRebel gonna keep going for this kill. Getting a bad luck again. Going again for attempt number 3 here. Comes the throw, and there we go. Gonna be able to secure the kill this time. Unless you throw your dagger? Is that... did I see that right? Oh no, he tried to use his shopkeeper familiar. Like he thought he had time to, but yeah, no. Okay, so 4th time, going to be getting the glass shop kill, but this repeated death has these repeated deaths have allowed Tufwfo to push ahead and have given him a pretty much full zone lead. So he's going to have to push really hard to catch up. I mean, that said, he does have the build that let him do so. Looks like Tufwfo getting an Obsidian Whip out of his boss chest, so it isn't going to be going the fastest here. Oh. NecroRebel breaking his glass shovel against this the shop wall, though. I think he wants to check the shop since it is a monster shopkeep. Finding this arena, going to take 3 bombs since he is lacking in that front. But can't take too much time to do shopping here. Tufwfo did find the titanium flail, a substantially better weapon than that Obsidian Whip. And now there's a glass cat if he's feeling a little bit more risky and like he's willing to go for a really heavy push weapon. Gonna skip it though and gonna stick with the titanium flail, which is I think is fair. He knows he's got a big lead here. Out of 1 zone lead, NecroRebel finishing up Coral Rift as Tufwfo starts Death Metal. Monocle gonna show him these chests and help him choose. Gonna go for the Earth spell here. Good defensive spell, also really good for boss kills. Getting stuck in the shop a little bit here, but thankfully there's a shop hall runic there to help him get out. Shrine of Darkness, gonna be going for it. And yeah, now NecroRebel starting to catch up to Tufwfo here. On 3-1 himself. Gonna miss that Shrine of Darkness though, so that could be make a pretty big difference. And Tufwfo struggling a little bit to make a decision here. Needs to be a little more careful about rushing down with this heart transplant. Taking 2 hearts of damage immediately. Heart transplant ending, and it looks like the races are going to be just about even. Tufwfo starting 3-3. NecroRebel just behind him. Completely different builds here, though. Oh, missing out on whatever that secret shop was. That could have been really huge, especially if it was a or conjure. Looks like it's a Shriner. And NecroRebel going to be taking the boss shrine there. But not bombing for the strength charm? Okay. I mean, like, the Strength Charm is like half the reason you take that shrine. But, yeah, maybe just wanted to get out of the shop a little more quickly. Trying to get a different weapon and finding a blood bow, so no luck there. He has 8 damage in a War Drum, but he doesn't know that he's going to stay with that. If Tufwfo goes down, he's going to want to switch to a safer build. But that said, NecroRebel going down to this boss room. And now it's going to be Tufwfo's game here. Well, I mean, no real need, but you're assuming that you're not going to change your build at all. And, you know, Glass Broadsword, it's okay, but there are plenty of things you could find that would be better than that wouldn't necessarily be doing as much damage, but like an axe, like this Blood Axe that Tufwfo is running. I think if you find a Blood Axe with Glass Jaw, Strength Charm, you definitely take it. But without the Strength Charm, maybe not. So yeah, Tufwfo taking the time to transmog here, trying to get to a safer weapon, going to get that Obsidian Longsword. Interesting, I think just maybe not knowing how the Earth Conga kill works. I think just trying to Earth him right on the throne, but that is, it's not how you do it. So finding this Frost Charm from Conga 4. I'm going to be pushing down to Zone 5. Pretty safe build going here. Got Shrine of Darkness's torch removal in effect. I think he's looking to swap to that telepathy. Just get enemy sight instead of item sight. Or I guess maybe over to that Ring of Regeneration. Which is fair, you know, get a little bit of extra health regen. I think I swapped the telepathy as well. You're getting the spirit revelation and aggro between either one of these items, but you're pretty much at the end of the run. You're not going to be seeing many more items, but seeing where exactly the enemies are can be really valuable. That said, there's a blast bomb in that shop, which I think is better than either one of them. And I think Tufwfo agrees here, going to swap to the Blast Helm for those +3 bombs and blast immunity. And down to 5-3 here. Explorer's Boots getting some value here. Keeping him from getting stopped in that water. Ooh, Ice Spirit there, kind of saving him a little bit of damage there from that Devil with the kind of weird knockback from the electricity. And on to Dead Ringer. We're probably going to be seeing some lures here. Or an Earthquake kill. Getting hit, popping the Frost Charm, but it's just fine. Going on to Necrodancer now. And that Blast Helm was going to make the Phase 1 skip extremely fast. Just like that, on to Phase 2. Dark Minotaur getting a little bit of health off of Dorian. Cadence is pretty tanky here, but you do really have to make sure your Dorian is safe. And there it is. Tufwfo going to take Game 2. That only works if you get Conga off the throne. You can't just walk up to the throne and cast Earth. It's not gonna work. Yeah, NecroRebel kind of bleeding out a lot here. Having a hard time keeping himself alive. And that's what's making the wins easy for Tufwfo here. So NecroRebel really kind of needs to tighten up his game here. Might even be worth considering resetting there after that red bat hit. But gotta run with it. Nice use of the cookie iframes there, healing up that missing health, and letting him really aggressively fight that green dragon. Decent blood shot here. NecroRebel going to be taking the Monocle and the Torch of Foresight. Looks like Tufwfo going the other way is going to miss this. More aggressive cookie usage from NecroRebel there to tank the Minotaur. And NecroRebel going to be the first one down to his Zone 1 boss. And, oh, Tufwfo getting himself cornered with that red dragon. Gonna be going down to a fireball. NecroRebel starting his fight against King Conga 1 right now. Just gonna be mashing the lines down, saving those bombs. And that's a flawless Conga 1, so definitely going to be seeing NecroRebel hoping for a good weapon here. Has the Monocle, though, and can see his choices. Definitely the Titanium Spear out of those three items. All pretty weak items, but yeah, it's no contest there. I don't know if NecroRebel spotted the Shrine of Blood on the left. Looks like no. Does have the bombs, and can get it ring a regen really easily here. Just going to be pushing around for the exit. Missing that Shrine of Blood might come back to bite him later. We'll see. This Monocle doing a lot of work, though, helping him find all the bombs. Bombs being a pretty critical resource, especially in the endgame. Titanium Axe on the right. I don't know if he saw it, but that is a definite take if you spot that. Nope, he missed it. That could be really big. If Tufwfo finds that Titanium Axe, he's going to start gaining on NecroRebel very quickly. And it looks like he's going to spot it. Going down here, and yeah, finding the Titanium Axe, which is going to give him a pretty firm weapon advantage here. Titanium Axe definitely much faster than the Titanium Spear. So, starting death metal fight just as NecroRebel begins Zone 3. Taking Ring of Frost out of the purple chest. Tufwfo going to be doing the same thing here. So it's a 1-4 difference. That said, NecroRebel's build overall looking a lot better. The chainmail going to help keep him safe, and he's still got full health. Tufwfo is definitely in a position where he could go down at any moment, especially with so many enemies in Zone 3 dealing exactly that heart and a half that he's currently got. Finding the Dove Familiar, though, going to help keep him safe. Just the axe. The axe is so powerful. Gotta watch those hot coals, though. But immediately finding a ham and going to be also swapping that Shovel of Courage. And now both the racers heading down to Fortissimo 3 at the exact same time. Again, NecroRebel still with a safer build, but Tufwfo with a much faster potential build. Cleaning up the fight about the same time. Probably going to see both the racers go for the shield spell here. And NecroRebel starting Zone 4 just ahead of Tufwfo. But that Shovel of Courage, combined with the telepathy, probably going to save a lot of time on Tufwfo's side. Shovel of Courage has some difficulty dealing with blind digging through walls, but telepathy going to make it absolutely clear what he's getting himself into. And sure enough, Tufwfo pulling ahead here. Gonna be picking up this glass armor as well, just for a little bit of protection. Oh, getting telemonkeyed back to the start though, so now it's just about even. Although Tufwfo gonna be able to pretty easily just retrace his steps, while NecroRebel's still gonna have to fight through some enemies here. Tufwfo getting teleported again. Oh, that's dangerous. Accidentally teleports the teleports the shopkeeper away instead of just killing him. May have been intentional, hard to say. Or he may have been aiming for a frost kill, but either way, that's actually going to keep his shopkeeper alive, since it looked like the shopkeeper didn't teleport anywhere near. So still has shops if he needs them. He's going to Blood Freeze here. Ring of Frost putting in a lot of work there. And going to be the first one down to Deep Blues 4. Ring of Frost again, making this fight very easy. Not even going to check his boss chest, very confident with his current build. And beginning Zone 5. Just popping the freeze spell, very easy cleanup here. Ring of Frost is going to let him one-shot every frozen enemy in that room. Does have to watch out for the Dove Familiar, though. The Dove Familiar kind of, you know, potentially depriving him of some potential targets for electricity damage. Very well handled 5-2 exit there. Going to be down to 5-3, just as NecroRebel starts 5-1. Very solid lead. Still not quite out of reach for NecroRebel, but he's gonna have a hard time catching up. Titanium Max just being so strong. Already on Deadringer. Just gonna Blood Freeze Deadringer in place and use the Frost to kill him. And onto the Necrodancer fight is Tufwfo. As NecroRebel fights his way into this 5-2 exit. Just gonna let the Heavy Glass do the tanking here. And on to phase 2. Bad starting teleport, but good lure on the follow-up. Ooh, that Ogre spawn's a little dangerous. 2 hits to go. Wisely avoids getting frozen there. It's worth noting that breaking your glass armor will not get you out of ice, so enemy could have very easily mashed down his heavy glass and started damaging Cadence, but that's going to be 3-0 to Tufwfo. And NecroRebel, unfortunately, looking maybe a little bit off his game. Struggling to stay alive in the first 2 races, and Tufwfo taking full advantage of that with pretty safe runs on the first 2 times. But yeah, 3rd race, NecroRebel doing a better job of pushing and staying alive, but unfortunately, I think kind of failing to really use its monocle to its full potential. Missing out on Ring of Regen, missing out on Titanium Axe. Just have to really pay attention to what the monocle is showing you, because it'll... the monocle is very, very strong. It can give you a very decisive advantage if you use it to find those good pieces of equipment. And sadly, Titanium Spear is just not going to be able to compete against a Titanium Axe. That's just how it is.